Hi, good evening. Hi, this is Christine Crow here, and welcome to our channel. And today is about why building a community in your care business is so important. Now, I really want to emphasize this that we need to really look at really going back to how things used to be. And today's training and today's video live is about that. And I'm going to show you how you can achieve that. And you'll be above your competitors because they won't be thinking this way for now. So why building a care business is, why building a care community for clients and their families is so essential right now. You know, whatever it is that you're doing, then look at doing this as well, okay? If something's not working for you, then try this as well. And I believe that this will work really well for you, but you've got to implement it. It takes you to communicate with your community. So if you're speaking directly to people who need care, service users or their relatives, for example, now building a strong business community around that is even more critical. It will help you to bridge your gap between you being the care provider, for example, and families, ensuring that they trust and that they know that you'll give them the support that they need and that they've asked for. And it will give them more informed decision making when it comes to choosing your agency or your care business because they've met you before. You've been in their community and you've been a part of that community. So here's why creating this care community is so important for clients and also their loved ones. It's so essential, and we're missing out on this. There's been this big disconnect that everyone seems to be chasing the same, going down the same road and chasing the same thing and not thinking outside of the box. Look, this is what I used to do many years ago. I've been in healthcare business now for 35 years, and I had my own healthcare businesses for over 20 years. Been through 3 recessions, which stopped me. However, I know that the care that I provided was 150% and more because I built it on community. And that is what really matters as well, not just the money. If you can do this for free, then that shows that it's something that you will be able to cope with even though you go through difficult times, for example. And now, I believe, is a difficult time with inflation coming. If you're in the UK, for example, and America, around the world, there's inflation. But if we can get back to basics by looking at the community who we serve, then this will give us leverage. So how do you do this? I'll explain to you a few things first. That family need support and guidance. Many families, they struggle when choosing the right care, especially for their loved ones. So you providing a care community that provides education, whereby you're talking about different types of care. What is the difference between home care, assisted living, virtual care, etc. Guidance on how they can manage costs, what government support they can get, and also private pay options that they have. Emotional support from others going through the same journey. Remember I mentioned about hiring a village hall or something like that, for example, or your community centre, your local community centre where service users go or their family members may go. Offer that type of additional service. That's how you will get to stand out. Yes, we've got AI, which AI can help you with the marketing and structuring this, but I'm going to go into some more about that later. But also the human touch, the human communication is the strongest as well. So number 2, it will build trust and relationships. So families, they often feel overwhelmed, and trust is key when choosing a care provider like you. So a community allows you to do direct interaction with care service users, for example. You can even look at, for example, those that need the care and the relatives interacting with you as a care provider to see what you can offer before them taking you on as their care provider. It will also provide transparency in key services, for example, for care services, ensuring that families feel confident in their choices because they've met you and they know you. They know what you can offer. So think about these things about how you can use the community to serve, but also to offer your services. By you building a community, a care community, for example, it reduces the feeling of isolation. So carers and family members can often pop in, for example, but because they feel alone in their journey. With a community, it can offer a space to ask questions, to share experience, to seek advice, to have a cup of tea or a coffee, for example, just like what I'm doing right now. So a space, like I said, to ask questions, to share experience, emotional support through shared stories and success cases. So you can invite other healthcare professionals, social workers, GPs, etc., integrated care boards, government agencies, for example. So they get to know who you are, for example, as well. So it's a way to connect with the experts, and it will also help them navigate to see where you can help them and support them. You can also educate the families on the best care practices, for example. Many families don't know how to handle medical conditions, for example, aging challenges, or disability care. A care community like you would offer provides that. A number of ways that you can do this, as well as meeting people in the community and serving your community and talking and meeting your community. You can also hold webinars, Q&A, for example, for those that aren't able to come out, for example, so they can get to meet you, as well as you being in the community. You're also doing online for those that can't come for whatever. Resources that you can use to help you to create better marketing, for example, is AI. This is also a good way for you to create some engaging content, for example. Another way is educating, which is training on what to look for in a professional care provider, for example. This helps you to stand out from other agencies. Listen, let me just say something right now. is that you don't want to be going there and bragging about how great and wonderful you are. You want to talk to the service user to see how they are and how things are going for them and what they feel is needed. They need to hear, you need to listen to what they have to say, not you tell them how great and wonderful that you are. They want you to listen to what they have to say and what their family members are talking about. That can come later, but to begin with, you've got to build the relationship up with the service users and those in the community, because friends and family and the service user will choose you on that basis because you've listened to them. And yes, of course, whether you're registered or whether you're a private carer, for example, then they will make that decision, not because you bragged to them. So your position, you'll be able to position yourself as the trusted leader in your industry. You can attract more clients this way, and they can see your business as caring, not just transactional. Forget about, when you go in the community, forget about the money side of it. It's about you bonding. It's about you connecting with your community, service users, the relatives, friends, the community as a whole. Family, for example. Forget about going in there in a transactional way. You've got to disassociate that. That comes later. You've got to bond first. So it will help families to stay engaged with your business, and they'll refer others to you as well. So with this way, you can encourage word of mouth referrals, for example. Satisfied families in your community, they'll recommend services to friends and families. They'll also help you to build your brand identity in the care industry.